If you're living on a fixed income or very tightly controlled budget, but you still want to live in a 55 plus community, I think I have some ways that you can make that work. Today's video, we're going to talk about that very thing. And it's because I get a lot of calls from you guys saying, I'm on a fixed income. I don't have any money. How am I going to move to one of these communities? I know I need to leave where I'm at because taxes are high, cost of living is high, but I don't know what that looks like. And so in that call, I usually take people through a series of steps, questions and answers with some ideas of how to make that happen. Today, I'm going to do just that with you guys. I'm going to take you through some questions and answers, and we're going to figure out how you can get that done. According to the investment firm Vanguard, the average American has just between 55 and 64, has just over $207,000 in their retirement account. I know a lot of my people out there, my YouTube family, will say, are you kidding me? 207, who could live on that? But then I know there are a lot of you that are thinking, really? People have that much? How did they do it? I don't have that much. If you're in the second half of that category, the people who don't have that much, or maybe have about 200,000-ish, we need to make a plan. Now, you're not going to be locked out of buying a property. You have to live somewhere. I'm betting a lot of you have lived in a home that you've owned, or maybe your family has owned for many, many years, and you've got home equity. The first thing we need to figure out as part of your plan is how much money do you have to play with? The number one place to start is we need to connect you with one of my realtor partners across the U.S. that can give us an opinion of what your home value is today. Then we're going to figure out what your home equity is. That means how much money you have left over if you were to sell that house. Maybe your house is free and clear and you're going to have a nest egg of $400,000 or $500,000. That's perfect. We can easily sell the home where you're at with high taxes and higher cost of living. You can move to Arizona, buy something less expensive with a lower cost of living. Boom, problem solved. Then we can get you into retirement, but we have to start with that first step. Now, once we kind of know how much money we've got to work with here, we can look at some affordable community options for you to figure out what kind of home you could buy with the money you have and where it would be. Now, maybe you're going to take that nest egg and put it all down on your new house and not have any monthly expense. Or you might be somebody that wants to keep some out and then get a mortgage. If you're going to do that, we need to be very strategic about this process so you can get the mortgage while you're still working. I don't want you to retire and have no income and then think you're going to qualify for a mortgage. That's not going to work. The key, give me a call so we can go over all of the numbers and the scenarios. But one of the places you should start first to look for what I think is the most bang for your buck is Sun City. Extremely affordable and fantastic amenities. That is a community, no HOA in many of the properties for single family homes, which is going to cut your expense down greatly. So in Sun City, which by the way, if you've seen very many of my videos, you know Sun City is the OG of 55 plus communities. This was the original concept for 55 plus back in the 1960s when Del Webb came up with this idea. This morning, before I came out to shoot this video, I did a quick search in the MLS of every home under 300,000. I included the condos in that as well. Turns out there are over 200 homes, just under 200, I should say, in Sun City right now, under 300,000. That is a lot to choose from when we are in a lower inventory phase during the summer months than we might be in the winter. Moral to that story is there will be lots of things for you to choose from. So then I took it one step further and I thought, well, let's get really affordable. Really affordable is the lowest price condominium right now $160,000. That's crazy low. Now, you will have a small HOA on that unit, but it was 1 bedroom, 1 bath, almost 900 square feet, and was really pretty darn nice. That is amazing pricing for a property where you can live during retirement, have a little community of friends right in your little neighborhood, and then still go to one of the 8 rec centers. 160, then in the 200s, you've got single-family homes. You've also got the twin homes, which are very affordable. Those, like the condos, will have an HOA fee. That is going to cover things like your yard maintenance, your roof repair, your yearly exterior upkeep, things like paint and things like that. But still, an amazing deal if you've taken that chunk of money from where you used to be and put it down on this home. That solves a big problem as far as getting into the community. Now, being in a community like Sun City has a big perk. The biggest perk is no HOA fee monthly in the 55 plus community. You're only going to pay a rec center fee, which is about $525 a year, not a whole lot. And with that, you've got multiple golf courses, you've got 8 rec centers, you've got concerts, you've got clubs, all of the things that some things you are going to pay a small fee. If you want to do ceramics or jewelry making, you're going to have to see where that fits in your budget because you got to buy supplies. But a lot that you can do for free, now it's included in that $525 a year, but going to the pool every day to see your friends is not going to cost you any extra. So you've got a really built-in lifestyle in a community like Sun City. Now, there are other communities as well that we can find that are very, very affordable. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. I choose Sun City to really talk to you about because it's so big. There are like 27,000 homes here to choose from. Not all for sale on the same day, but very, very affordable for people who are living on a fixed income in their senior years. Oh my gosh, my favorite coconut cream pie.
And I made sure I picked the nicest looking one that was in there.
Oh, how did you know? How did you know? Thank you. So you guys, now we came over to George's Cafe in Sun City, which is inside the bowling alley, if you really want to know. It's a cool little place to come eat if you live here. And of course, I saw pie in a refrigerated case that was lit up. I had to get a piece of coconut cream pie. I don't care, it's only 9:30 in the morning, but I want my pie. So anyway, I'm gonna put the pie to the side now, and we'll go back to talking about some things. If you're in a budget, once you move here, and you might want to get a little part-time job. Like this sweet lady that just served us, this is probably not a 40-hour-a-week gig. She works at George's. You could work at the bowling alley. Thanks. You could work in the swimming pool. You could be the person that checks people in at the gym or answers phones. There are a ton of jobs in every 55-plus community where you can make a little bit of extra money. Maybe you need help with some medical bills and expenses or your prescriptions, or just these days, let's talk about it, groceries are expensive. So 2 things getting that little side hustle job would do for you, especially when you first move here, it's a built-in way to meet people. If you work at George's, you're gonna meet everybody who's out there. This is not something you have to do, but something you might want to consider that could be fun, that could help kind of increase your budget a little bit. The other thing I know people do is they will sign up to be a theater usher at maybe a concert venue in Phoenix or a sporting event. You get into the events for free, and you're gonna get like $20 an hour to go show people to their seats. And then you might get to hear Aerosmith play or something. Although at our age, I think I might have aged out of Aerosmith, even though Steven Tyler, he's still on the stage. So I guess if he can do it, I could do it. But you see where I'm going with this. It is a way to kind of pad your budget a little bit and still be in a 55-plus community. Now, when we're talking about affordable housing, you guys know how I feel about this, but for those of you who haven't seen my video about this, I'm going to tell you, stay away from manufactured homes on leased land. It may look all fancy because it's brand new inside. It may be fresh and clean, but it comes with a big monthly lot rent, $800 a month plus many times. And what's that rent going to be in 10 years? If you're on a fixed income, you're not going to want to go that route, even if you're going to pay cash for your home. I have people that ask me about that, and I cringe, guys. I just don't think it's the best investment, and anybody who tells you that's a good investment is really just trying to get paid. When I see other YouTubers out there who are making those videos acting like it's a big plus, it's not. And you just want to be very careful. I don't think that's your best option. So the next thing we want to talk about is how you're going to find this 55 plus home and where it's going to be. Now, I want to tell you, you don't have to just live in Sun City. There are tons of great communities across the entire state. You could live in the Phoenix area. We've got big communities like Sun City and Sunset West, and we've got small communities. Pebble Creek even has homes in the 300s, the higher 300s generally, but they've got them. So Phoenix area could be good. You could go to Maricopa. You could go to Casa Grande. Yuma, of all places, is a big retiree destination. They've got all of the things, and then you only have to walk across the border to get your really good dental care for cheap. Ask me about that if you want to know the secrets to the cheap dental care. I've helped people do it. Yes, I'm an enabler of taking people over the border for dental care. Send me a message and I'll tell you what that means. But there are places in Tucson. Green Valley is a fantastic community. All of these places have very, very affordable options. If you've seen my Sun Lakes video, you know that they've got manufactured homes there where you own the land. That is okay. Don't buy something with a land lease. Only buy that product if you own the land. But what I want to convey here is we have lots of great places for you within a very affordable budget. Okay, I can't take it any longer. I'm going to have to dig into this pie. But what I want you to know before I take a bite is that we've got a plan for you. You just need to reach out to me at the number below on the screen, and we can do a call or a Zoom, and whichever you prefer. I like the Zooms because I like to meet you guys, but let's talk so we can dig into your unique situation. And even if you're a few years away from your retirement, let's kind of set some goals for you if you feel like you're a little bit financially challenged. I am happy to help you at any price range. You guys know that. I like all of you equally. I don't care if you're spending $150,000 or $10 million. It doesn't matter, even though $10 million is high for 55 plus, but you know what I mean. I love all of you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. Now I'm going to dig into the pie.